All right, welcome to the program. My name is Dr. Mankota. You are watching the TPN TV and Radio Network coming to you live from the United States of America. Today we'll get two topics we'll get for discuss. We discuss the appointment of Alpha Khan first. We try for see waiting at the tactics, the objectives of this particular appointment. Then after that, we can analyze the CRC document white paper where President Madabio just announced he want to implement some of those recommendations. We not get an entrenched clause at the Constitution. So this are the two topics today we get for discuss in details, especially the CRC, because a very important for make we analyze this CRC. Let people then see the implications since the time when this CRC was completed in 2000 and I think 16 or 17. Now the first time this way the documents actually now the public domain where everybody go get the chance for read them through. And I encourage everybody for make we able to read this document because it's very important as a society where they hold on as a society where they now a modern world. One of the things we when I go do is for make sure say anything we the government pull out, we get for affects una make sure say una know exactly because then say ignorance of the law is no excuse. So we they come for analyze them for una and hopefully una go analyze them together with una because one of the things we good about the TPN, our own program is interactive. We interact with the viewers them. We then get a saying on any topic we will discuss. And these are the topics that we'll get for discuss. So if you get any comments or anything where you want for share with him, or maybe we say something where you disagree with, feel free to send out your comments. We read the broadcast. We put on the screen here. We all discuss them. The only thing we not just want somebody for make you call or you say something way not bad because it's not a public forum, not also. You know one for show yourself or say you now on brought up somebody. So, but comment where you disagree, where you don't say you say I disagree with this, and this is the reason. And this now the thing that way the TPN is known for that interactive way, way they do things them, and they try for share this other groups them so that then groups and then go no sales with their live. All right. Now let's start with Alpha Khan. Alpha Khan. All right. We know say Alpha Khan now somebody today within the fears of APC politics now a problem. Not so. A lot of people then see her as a problem. So it is not surprising that the SLPP government embraced Alpha Khan and they try for use them for show sayers. Indeed, they are inclusive in their own government because one of the arguments where they on social media now is for show sayers the appointment of Alpha Khan now something we show inclusivity, right? Well, some members of the APC government, I say the APC party, then disagree with that, you know. So that's the reason this way. If you disagree with this inclusivity way, the SLPP they go around and say, well, this they should say we inclusive now we government because now we don't begin appoint people them way not to APC members them. It's very very interesting, right? So give your own opinion on that. Now, Alpha Khan, I don't know. I want still for use the word is. Alpha Khan is a member of the All People Congress, and the reason what make us still they use the word is because as far as I know, Alpha Khan has not tendered any resignation from the APC government, the APC party. So therefore, it is unfair to him for make I say was. I use the past tense. So I know say Bible again for disagree with me, but that's okay. That's the beauty of the TPN, right? Even the commentators there, and they disagree with themselves. So, okay. A lot of people then they always look at politics in a very narrow path. And sometimes, because of the narrowness of their own thinking, they know they understand the implications of certain decisions taken by a lot of politicians. Then now, since when Alpha Khan was humiliated with other 25 candidates in 2016, 2017, Alpha Khan was very furious, and a lot of other candidates at that time were very furious. So what happened? Some of the candidates were being tried for contest at that time, then just give up. They not care about what thing they go on within the APC party. And it became clear that there are a lot of disgruntlement within the APC party. And people like Alpha Khan, Victor Fo, they actually publicly expressed their own dismay towards what happened in Namakeni in 2017. And they not only, exercise that dismay, they also try for link with the SLPP government. In fact, Alpha Khan, now one of the people then we during the inauguration, he been there na stadium, that inauguration day, when President Madabiu called for a conference, Alpha Khan was the only person. I think probably, I don't know whether other any big Alagba from the APC go there, but Alpha Khan, I know see, the only big person within the APC we actually attended, and not only attended, he actually spoke on that conference. Okay, and after that, when the coronavirus came in, Alpha Khan was appointed as a NACOVAC coordinating person for the coronavirus. Now that one they did now this week, they actually promote him to a resident minister for Northwest. When this appointment happened, I see a lot of different opinions and frustration, disgruntlement on both sides. On the APC part, on the SLPP part. In fact, surprisingly, some folks within the SLPP even angry because of the appointment of Alpha Khan. And the anger was, then say, then don't suffer, now the SLPP, now the fight for make the SLPP kind of power, they not appoint them, now an APC person, and then go appoint. So that was their own disgruntlement, some of the SLPP. You also get within the SLPP, we actually, they hail the appointment of Alpha Khan, because to them, one of the biggest problems where the SLPP gets is inclusivity. We all the chastise the SLPP for saying they're not inclusive. They're very, very secretive. Not so. They only care about people from their own stronghold. So some of those SLPP now want to use this as a sign of inclusivity. Well, you come at the APC side. the APC side, I believe say a lot of them are very frustrated. They're frustrated because some of them believe saying, as an APC member, if another government, or not to APC government, appoint you, that means you don't sell out. And not the first time this way people are angry with Alpha Khan. From the time where Alpha Khan even attended that conference, I think a lot of people then begin get this animosity towards Alpha Khan. And this not just a continuation of that frustration. Well, I got a little bit of difference, you know. I'm not angry because, first of all, I want to congratulate Alpha Khan. I hope say when they appoint him, it will work on the interest of the people of Sierra Leone. And the other thing where I want to talk about, I don't think say we for vex too much on that. Yes, we get the political side where I get for can discuss, where na they concern. But the appointments will not for vex too much because we are the same people who are chastising the SLPP, say they're not inclusive. So if they appoint Alpha Khan, yeah, it may be too late, and he also gets some kind of political connotation. But at the end of the day, let's also look at the other side where we've been chastised the SLPP, say they're not inclusive. It is very complicated. So now only a sophisticated somebody will able to discern some of them complications then they and try for separate the good side of it, the bad side of it, and the political side of it. And I got the opportunity for look on these three factors, these three components. It gets good components, it gets political components, and it gets bad side. Okay? So let me explain what I mean. Let's talk about the good side. The good side is, at the end of the day, somebody is appointed. Not so. And like I said, I just hope say Alpha Khan, they go na that position there for go help in people them. Because the main important thing about civil service is for make you able to help the people, not necessarily the government itself, but the people, because everything we get for do with about government is about the people. Okay, so that's a good thing because now Alpha Khan go able for help the Northwest in your small way. It will be an influence within this government. It is sit down with this government, and things where it feels say go benefit the Northwest. It go able put out in your objection and able discuss that. So that's not the good side I want it. So if people are angry, I understand. Okay. But let's also look at the objective of that. Remember, it is better to have somebody inside where at least maybe once in a while, even if it is not the time, but once in a while, they look at the interests of young people and say, hey, I don't think say this is right. Or maybe there are certain things, benefits where is see within the government. You go say, you know what? I want this benefit from the people then. Okay? So that's not the good side. I know some people they get this political mentality where they not will ever see the good side of it. The political side of it is why now in the 11th hour, I believe say the election get to take place in if according to within the schedule it's supposed to take place by April. Except them push and back, but it's by April. So it's the 11th hour. Why now MADW for appoint somebody other than SLPP member? Well, the political side is first of all, Alpha Khan get a good relationship with the vice president when Mohamed Julde. They all come up from the same place, Naputloko. And in fact, I believe say, if you see Alpha can get influence now the SLPP today, now because of Mohamed Julde. Mohamed Julde Dr. Mohamed Julde, because I have to give him the respect he deserves. Dr. Mohamed Julde want somebody where he trusts, where common at the same place, where we able to help them for make them get this influence. So Madabio take and say, if Mohamed Julde being able for bring about 19,000 votes in 2018, 19,000 votes. If you wondering where Nana the vice president for the SLPP, the Putloko people, 19,000 of the Putloko voters that then vote for SLPP. Now Putloko. I don't know what's not the influence, but I believe saying that because of Mohamed Julde, not so because of Madabio. Madabio was a non-entity now Putloko in 2017. So the influence we make the Putloko people vote for SLPP now because of Mohamed Julde. Now, if Mohamed Julde bring in another person, we happen for being from the other party, the opposition, the APC party, we don't know whether Alpha Khan will able to switch in loyalty. It's likely that Alpha Khan go they switch in loyalty again for campaign for the SLPP, because now say if APC come and win, is out, will ever get any kind of influence within the APC again. So he's gonna switch his loyalty. That's not something we I believe in, and the proof for that is just listen when a gonna put local, you go talk to him people there after the appointment. The praises alone we make elect Madabio. They tell you say yes, indeed, Alpha Khan is going to campaign for the SLPP. The concern we I get for this appointment, I they look at the APC today as a child where they try for crawl, and you don't know what they do right now. The APC leadership right now, I don't think say they get a clue how for tackle the kind situation where the party did today. Whether you talk about the internal wrangling where they go within the party, or Alpha Khan in factor where just can complicate more things. So I am concerned about this. And I know say there are always people who are people that what they call a minimalist. The minimalists that they minimize everything. Whether things where they know say this is a problem, then they try for downplay that for sometimes downplayments is good, but sometimes it's very dangerous because they make people that ignore the threats that certain things or certain people pose for now. And the way they minimize the appointment, so Alpha Khan no get no influence na the put local district or something like that. So the APC is going to win put local district. Yes, the APC is going to win put local district. And Madabio not actually appoint Alpha Khan for make SLPP win put local district. Madabio appointed Alpha Khan for make able to build enough votes for make he win the election. Remember, we don't talk about this so many times saying there is no way a political party in other country go win election just with in support or in struggle. Because the country is equally or evenly divided, not so divided. So a smart politician, first of all, go one for secure in stronghold. Then, after you don't secure in stronghold enough, it's time for infiltrate into the opposition stronghold for peel off small votes we go able to give the votes for cross the finish line successfully. And this is what Madabio is doing. That's the main political objectives here. Madabio knows say he's not going to be able to win the election just with the Southeast vote. You know that. From 1996, I don't need to go into details again because we don't talk about this so many times here. But Madabio know that. So what he do? He bring them two people here for making them able to help them. They just need between 15,000 to 20,000 votes now post-local. That's all they need. And if one person is able to bring about 19,000 na post-local, and most of the people that will vote for SLPP na post-local, now because the then president, when announced by Kuruma, when the leader and chairman, them believes the post-local people then believe say, and as Kuruma promised them faithfully for say, where he come on, he go one for appoint somebody from post-local. And Udana, one of the people the way the post-local people believe say that they're supposed to appoint now Alpha Khan. Okay, and you go see the video at the time. The anger where them people didn't even get. Also so some people voted for SLPP in 2018 because of the young picking them. Whether now you talk about Alpha Khan or Kemo Sisem, none of them know the way they actually appoint, like the way Anescoma been promised. Instead, they go appoint another person. That was the reason. And now Alpha Khan is in the basket of the SLPP. It's concerning for me. It's really concerning. I don't know whether you get concerned about that. A lot of people that the mistakes when they do, then say, well, the SLPP they can fumble. The SLPP is not doing good politically and in terms of governance. So therefore, it is sure the APC is going to win election. That's not the way politics play. Anybody where they put in X na that basket they will get the surprise of in life. Just like we will get the surprise of in life in 2018. So what do we get for do now? As APC party with this problem we will get to with Alpha Khan issue. Well, let's discuss that. Let me bring in I don't know if Baibure is Baibure, if you okay, Baibure, okay. Now let me bring in Baibure. Let me just pull Alpha Khan here and call. Let's discuss this first. All right, Baibure. I know say they can drive, they can drive, right?
Yeah, they drive.
Okay. Now tell me exactly what you think about this appointment, and do you have any concern? Na put local, or no? This is just another failed calculation where Madabio they try for put in.
I want to tell listeners that I do, and I want to tell Dr. Mankota, thank you for this great opportunity for me to be heard on this issue. For me, the thing is not to Tio bother me a bit.
Really?
Not to today this thing begin. As Dr. Mankota said at some point, everybody get the right for belong any side who want belong.
Yeah.
Me history don't tell me say let Kerifa Smart, a member of parliament that we been get. Just for a loan where the then SLPP government give them, then deflected, then turned against the leadership of the party, then fed them, say then drag them out of parliament. We don't see that one day. We don't see back. Let's take Mubangura, he learn his support, Chijankaba win election, then get about 5 ministries for Oti Idu. How did it end? Fundamentally, what me they say is this unholy alliance as me the driver and me the describer or this kind of marriage, it not get for end well. The person where they move from the original party to the other party, now always they be the loser. I mean, Alpha Khan now get for lose in the end because uh the president what he do, in all journey what he do, not for in the interest of national cohesion, what they talk about. It just do them for vote, for get votes, or they make it in power. Not in the interest where they say how politics don't in at the world, winners not they take all. You come back holding at the other side, you can negotiate, you collaborate, and move forward in the interest of the country. If the president want to do that with the APC, not to that channel they for deal with individual. Now the leadership of the party for don't pass through. For more we see how the two parties and they work together in the interest of the country. Same way again, this same president now say it can't fight corruption. As far as me know, this man where don't bring their who don't become a sacred cow, a protected person today. In them future, I would say a mansion will cost millions of dollars or thousands of dollars in his name. If the president supposed to genuine, they work for the people of Salon, not to then kind action and they then kind people and they if you don't can bring. You get other APC people where perhaps the name no they pada commission for make a bring an at the party, the more say this it do as a partisan business for make two parties then work together in the interest of the country. Not to that they will see the president manifest because this man he named there and I. This is a contradiction of terms. So do you have me see the president, as you likely say back, when he do this thing, he hurts in some of his supporters.
Mm-hmm.
Not to all man happy for make he see the president because the president from his starting, it be done they look hard, they bounce. Why now? They can't extend an olive branch to the opponents, the winner, the APC. Some of the die-hard people, they are hurt. But not forget, say everything is rosy about the SLPP. Look the result for all they make. Then campaign manager, no less a campaign manager, will bring in both diplomatic skills, rebel tactics, political tactics, use all the maneuverability for make the party win. I don't feel say they like it today, mother be and that person they see. But then the more just left will not go be hypothetical. The aftermath of what happened, that convention will happen in Nabo.
Mm-hmm.
The consequences or in aftermath they will get for say after 3 months, after 6 months. Now Boku Sumusumu they go on, Boku dialogue then they go on. But I tell you, certain people are hot in the SLPP. Because where the president bring 2 in 1, then can't find delegates. The delegates then all not on Sido 8. Then the position of the flag bearer then all declare vacant for schedule another convention. He go use one green convention for making active in goal. Not everybody in the SLPP is happy. It remains to be seen. So I go one tap there for now.
I just want to ask you a question briefly, if you, like 30 seconds before I begin going at the comment section. I want to ask you a question. Do you see any good? Do you see any goodness in this appointment in terms of nationalism or something like that? No good. Do you see any goodness?
Well, whatever the case, there is nothing like 100% situation.
Mm-hmm.
There must be an aspect of it. The mere fact say the government, me in particular, have been on the accusation for being regionalistic, everything south.
Mm-hmm.
The mere fact say you don't can bring Alpha Kanu from Botloko, then they bring some good. I think some people from that region they, in terms of jobs of protection or security, they get for benefits because of that status who that man they get. You see,
If you
but
say
but
video,
again,
if you say video, they will because now, good,
but
okay, go ahead.
but again, me see say the president just they try. It's not genuine. They try for undermine the APC party for may preside over its destruction. A Herculean task we not go able to achieve. Me, look what happened with them. October 2017, they had their executive setup.
Mhm.
After 7 months to 6 months, the following year, 2018 March, the APC with all the state apparatus, the police, the security of force, everything, they lost the elections to them.
Yeah, yeah.
So what did they go on? We still have time to 2023. We still have time. The APC they consolidate and the way how this government don't grow, certain miracle therefore take place. How Mother Bio they lost election, you know, will ever know that until day. I
Okay.
strongly have that conviction. The
Yeah,
way how the country they go
I
and
think
the way how me they follow the politics of the country.
I think it's interesting that you actually say miracle, and it is miracle at this time for America. We know the right now will not start anything yet for prepare for strategize and put things them together. And to be honest with you, it's just about maybe 1 year. I would just say 1 year. Now in just left for we for make we able to do something. But now we go to the the, the comments. If you want for say anything, I'm talking about the viewers. The viewers, if you now want for put any comments, or just put at the comment section of the platform where they watch me from. We go read out at the program and discuss them. Omotunde Blyden says, good evening. Good evening, Omotunde. Now we go to, okay, Omotunde again. He said, big question regarding Alpha Khan is, what prompts him to take such a step? This is this is deeper than what the eye see by my own reasoning. EBK is to blame 100%. He should have behaved as a leader since 2018, but he hasn't. Instead, he is going around Africa saying he is promoting democracy when the political party he is leading is not democratic. Okay. Well, Amatunde Blyden, thank you very much for this question and for the comment. You know, things are very, very complicated, my brother. And the reason what to make, I don't know if, sorry, I don't know if, because now a man face I see now your profile picture, so now that make I just think say probably, a male. So things now the APC is very complicated. And Bible loosely use the word a miracle. And it tells a lot for people like we they follow things where they happen at the party within the party. And as we all know, I don't blow the alarm for sometimes now. But say the APC party need to put their acts together and try for strategize. Because without strategy, now miracle no more. Now in they make we go able to win the election, especially when within at the opposition. All the council and they against we, irrespective of the blunder we might be the blunder out there. You get for look at the psychology of the people and try for match that with your expectation and your strategy. And if we are still boiling into this hot pot of disunity, it will be very difficult. Now, coming to Anes Baikoroma. Well, Anes Baikoroma is to be blamed in some way because let's say the box stop at Ion, that's not so. Now, in the leader. If you go bad, now in with the blame. If you go good, now in with the praise. So it's supposed to take 70 to 80% of the blame. But not to Anes Baikoroma no more for blame. First of all, we go for blame who self. Because an Eskroma alone cannot do what they do so without the support of the members, the people we they support an Eskroma. Sometimes we support, we believe say we support is for give we sacrifice to the party. We are actually helping the party. Certain support, certain people, then they do this with genuinely. Then get a genuine heart for say, if I support President, Chairman Anes Kuroma, now that means say, now the party are the support. Then get that genuine, that sincerity there. But they don't understand saying, we get for separate the leaders and the institutions. This is now one of the problems the way African politics get. We don't know the differences between the individual and the institution. We they bungle them together. We believe say this when we support the individual, now the institution will support. Because the individual now in the institution. That's a wrong way how we they look at things. When an individual is doing bad, it affects the institution. If you support the institution, you protect the institution, that means say you protect the individual. The protection of the institution, that protection they also benefits the individual. But most times, the protection of the individual not the benefit the institution. There are people who, in fact, just look at what happened about a couple of weeks ago. I see some people them somewhere in a salon, then come out and shamelessly say, now they want to tell Anes Kuroma say, now ain't for dinner that power day until he feel like leaving. And even if he want for leave, he need for tell them people and say he want for leave. So what is the definition of this? We actually endorse Anes Kuroma for being chairman for life. Okay? You see who say certain supports they destroy the very institutions that we feel saying now we they protect. I am not saying Anes Kuroma is a bad person at the APC. He don't work for the APC for a very long time. He don't help this party. So we get for give and that kudos there. We get for give and that respect there, and we get for praise them. But there will be a time in the life of an individual where when they say enough is enough. Because if he did one place for a very long time, they able to bring new ideas where they propel that institution there for making progress. Because human being are a progressive animal, not also. We they progress every single minute, every single second. So they go, we life the way and the same thing with institutions. The moment institution becomes stagnated, then there's a problem with that institution there. And the way I see right now with the new, the current administration, I don't see no new things. And they're not willing to actually incorporate some of the new things the way other people, they want to leaders there within the APC party, when then they bring come to the party. They're not one for incorporate them for develop the party. Okay, let's say they are still there, they are our leaders, that's fine. But what about it try for incorporate certain things then where other people that then they bring where they benefit the party? This is where the problem is. So the blame has a sword way, a two-edged sword. Would they blame whoself? Would they blame the leadership of the party? Now, okay. Amatunde, you also say EBK is to blame 100%. I think I don't discuss this already, so I know one for let's go to George Orwell. George Orwell say, good afternoon, Dr. Mankota. In my opinion, I did not think APC should waste time in discussing Alpha Khan because he will be a distractor. Alpha Khan, he will be a distractor. Alpha Khan, in my opinion, is playing his political card to save his properties, and Alpha Khan cannot deliver. Okay, let me just say Alpha Khan cannot deliver a huge vote for BU as we might want to believe. The people are not fools anymore. I would have fear if President Bio had done even 25% development in the county, not to mention Putloko. If President Bio had appointed Alpha Khan in his assumption. George, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The minimalists within Rousseff. And I don't explain this earlier. President Bio is not looking for a huge vote from the Northwest or Putloko in particular. Anybody will get a political strategy, he go agree with me, say, he is not looking for a huge, like what you talk, a huge amount of votes na Putloko. He just need enough votes where we're able, tip the balance. That's all. And remember, Ibn gets about 19,000 votes, not so, 19,000. That was enough for tip the balance. So that is what President Bio is counting on Alpha Khan. For make it get either within 15 to 20,000 votes, na Putloko. If he able for get them votes, then it's going to be a big problem for the APC party. So it is obligatory upon us as members, especially the leadership, for make them find a way how they go able for counter that, so that President Bio no go able to bring that enough votes where he need for tip the balance. And let we not minimize this. This is a political appointment. Everybody knows this is not a political appointment. Just listen to the first lady. He said Alpha Khan dey with them now. And I agree. Unfortunately, I agree. Listen to Alpha Khan in statement. Already, Alpha Khan even already don't start the campaign. You know what Alpha Khan say? After their appointment, you're going to put local. Go watch the video. Alpha Khan say, the reason what he make elect Madabio, he give your reason, free quality education. That's not campaign mode that one day. You understand? And Alpha Khan an orator. It's a bit talk. Some people that just need somebody who will be able to explain to them for make them able to understand. That's all they need. So let us not minimize this for saying, you're not able to deliver. Alpha Khan is going to deliver. Is going to deliver. The vote way is necessary for Madabio. That is going to happen. He left to win now as a party for make we able to find a way for counter that. Oh, okay. Motunde say okay. All right. All right, let we go to Philip Joseph Koba Mandingo. Welcome, Mr. Mandingo, Mr. Koba Mandingo. My brothers, it is true, sir, only miracle is the right word to use if APC wins the 2023 election. Bible puts the word miracle for a reason, and I agree with them. In psychology, they look at people, their behavior. Bible is one of the most fanatics them way they talk about when it comes to defending this APC leadership. But when Bible begin the shift in statements and start for bringing words like magic, like a miracle, you will begin to understand, say, yes, indeed, probably some people then don't begin to see the problems the way some of we don't see far for a long time ago. We have a chance. We have an opportunity. But that door is closing very fast. My brother, I will tell you for free. I don't know whether you're not APC or somebody else. Or hopefully you're not SLPP. The APC get the opportunity for win the election 2023. The SLPP make it very easy for we. But we are making it very difficult for ourselves. This is where the problem is, my brother. And the leadership of William Party, they do a good job for forget about this pettiness where they embroil on them within themselves. Pettiness, I not like you, I not like that one day. Or when somebody talk, we not like, no, we no want for listening to you. So we'll just they listen to the people then we then they agree with we. Any leader, and I repeat, any leader, we only want for listening to the people that we agree with is not a good leader. Because the only way we will able for develop and progress when you are willing to listen contrary views. Okay? So this is the problem we have in the APC party. We got the opportunity, but that opportunity is closing very fast. And we leaders that they need for do quick. They need for stand up quickly and try for work on this. Otherwise, it's gonna be a problem for you. Yeah, it's gonna be a big problem for you. The said people don't already give you the opportunity, but will not take the opportunity. You know what? One of the most reprehensible behavior way I say in modern politics, not alone, is the fact that we leaders them, then they encourage people then way they cause, then and that cause they don't know they only cause the other side. Then they cause people then within the party. That's not a divisive tactics that one day. Any leader where they encourage somebody where they cause, that person they need for checking self. Because that's not a politics. So what thing cause actually get for benefit the APC party? Tell me. I don't know, absolutely. You know what benefit the APC party? You know what is the benefit? We short-term ego. Because I hate Mr. X, so if I see somebody that cause Mr. X, it make me happy. My enemy's enemy is my friend. That's mentality. Look, we don't waste 4 years on this nonsense. Supporting people the way they cause, supporting people the way they cause trouble. Instead of we sit down as matured people and say, okay, we lost this election. Now let's look at the factors that we make we lost the election. And not only looking at the factors, but let's try for resolve them factors then there. We started that. We set up a committee. We've been look for them problems and them. The committee come. They make some adjustment recommendations. But what happened? We actually left the main things that we make. We lost the election. So we are still in this nonsense every single day. Look at what's in the gun. Now even Sylvia Blyden don't mix pan this nonsense cause. Oh, Sylvia Blyden supposed to be somebody way very very credible. I take Sylvia. People are instigating certain people then for make problem they don't want the APC party. And they always look for take sides when something happen within the APC party. If that one they cause that one day, we want the one way they cause, if now we they support, for make it continue for cause the other person, or if not the one way then they cause, now we they support, we want that one they backline self begin cause, the one way they cause them. You see the insanity within the gun at the APC party. They got their point. All right, let's go to Lucretia Ban. Lucretia Ban, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Now we go to Philip Joseph Koba again. Worshipping EBK is the problem in this party. Yeah. Unfortunately, I agree with you. People are worshipping EBK. Just like where SLPP now, then they worship Madabio. The difference between them people the way they worship now Madabio and the people the way they worship EBK is Madabio is in power. So if somebody worship now because they want something, right? But why people are still worshiping EBK? Where they know him, it is unlikely that EBK will able to give them anything at this time. That's now I don't understand. That's not the difference. George Orwell. What had President Bio done for the people of Sierra Leone in general and Putloko in particular to assume that the people of Putloko will give him those votes? Alpha Khan will not deliver nothing to Bio that will harm the APC come 2023. The 2018 election was sabotaged by NGC. Trust me. And wind of regime change just compounded the issue of the outcome of 2018 election. And people were expecting a new direction from Bio. But after a brutal 4 years of suffering and President Bio and his administration looting, well, they are, if you look at the thing, I think George Orwell, your statement he caught. So not put too much Boku text in one statement. Try for minimize them. Now that make it cut so. Now let me George Orwell, let me tell you one thing, my brother. Let me just get Watana. All right, I'm back. Let me tell you something, my brother. You know, denial. When somebody continue for live na this bubble of denial, nothing they happen. So it seems you still deep on this denial. You know, try for look at the psychology of the people where they try for project and look at the condition them people then did and they, then you're able to map the political atmosphere in the country and compare. In 2018 election, it wasn't the NGC that sabotaged win. Not to the NGC. Just look at how many votes where the NGC get now the North and compare that with how many votes where the SLPP gets now the North. So when you get this data and try for compare and look at the totality of the circumstances where make we lost the election, you will come with the same conclusion where some of we look at the data and look at the circumstance come with. We know say most times Cambia is mostly SLPP in some cases during the time of Tijankaba. We know. But good people that are Cambia, I mean they vote for SLPP. Just go look at the data. You go agree with me. So when NGC, Dr. Kande Yumkela come, I don't say the one that we're supposed to be done votes for the APC, not switch for votes for SLPP, NGC. But most of the votes them where Dr. Kande Yumkela gets, now votes the vote for being good at the SLPP. Now Dr. Kande Yumkela gets na Cambia. Okay? Don't forget about Cambia. Just put Cambia aside. When I put local. How much votes where Kande Yumkela gets na put local? Compare that with how much votes where Madabi gets na put local. Forget to put local. When na Bambali, who say that school been there as a president, who say he come out, who say them born am. How many votes where Madabi gets na Bambali compared to NGC? I know they talk about carrying it. Okay? So you get for look at the entire thing in this 360 degree for making you able to get a clear picture of what happened. The 2018 election was sabotaged by the decision taken by Anes by Corona. Plain and simple. And a lot of the APC, the way we get influence, we're supposed for go na their constituencies and localities for go talk to them people. They not do one. They not campaign. Alpha no campaign better. Pepito no campaign better. All the other candidates, the way them frustrate. And the worst thing will make things become very difficult for we in 2018 was the statement. Because at one time in points, people then can make mistake. If you know they give somebody, first of all, no promise them. Somebody where you know say you not get forgive, no promise them. If you promise them, you they make things worse. And besides that, after President Hanesbai Kuroma don't appoint Dr. Samora, people are angry. A lot of people are angry. But you know what to make people now then decide for let it go. Now the statement where Hanes Kuroma say, if you think say you popular na the APC or you popular na the country, go form your own party. We have to be sincere. I love Hanesbai Kuroma. I admire Hanes Kuroma. He's an inspiration to me as a leader. But we have to be sincere. If we're not able to sit down and talk the problems the way make we lost the election, we try to minimize them, we go lose the next election. Because in order for you make you able to resolve a problem, you get to acknowledge say there is a problem. So this was the problem, my brother. Not to NGC. No, it's NGC, sabotage we. If therefore we make election at that convention day, Alpha Khan lost, everybody lost, then the winner, it would be easy for make them people rally around them. Or let's say Hanes Kuroma, the time where he been don't appoint somebody, he do in level best for bring the people them together. From where Hanes Kuroma appointed Samura, I don't know, maybe until another in a salon, I may miss that. Did you see any effort by Hanesbai Kuroma for call people them like a conference, what would they call a unity conference for bring people them for unite them? No, he did not do that because he been hope say popularity is enough for make Dr. Samura win election. Now that make you remember that talk where Hanes Kuroma be make, where some of we see say it was a mistake for take Hanes Kuroma in face, they put him Ashobi and all those type of things, left the man where he don't appoint, where it was very, very unknown at the country. It was not popular. Some of we in this program, we call on the leadership for saying, no. Do not use Hanesbai Kuroma in picture. Now is the time for use Dr. Samura in picture. Now we introduce her, now we able for sell up. How many months we throughout that campaign now Hanes Kuroma no more there, but you know some campaigns are there Dr. Samura. Because he been believes him in popularity he is enough for win the election. That was the mistake, my brother. Anyway, if I had to go no more with this, we'll go there all day. I get another program for talk about that. So let me go through the comments quickly. All right, Musa Conte says complications in the APC are compounded because of all the challenges, egos in the party. Who gonna give in or give up? I always have my concern for APC for what I refer to as the northern cause. The northerners will rather be self-destruct. The ordinary people that wants to change in the APC are in the pain and soon will be in oblivious if nothing change. 100%. Musa, you nail it. So I don't even need for explain anything here. You are right. Now let we go to Luke Shaban. Madabio said that he can't work with who did not vote for him or who he don't trust. Yeah, that's what you say. But at the same time, it gets election for we, not so. So sometimes a smart person, they even talk to an enemy as long as he will able to gain from that. Now, Madabio, they do so. Hi, I'm surprised at Sylvia. She sound ignored and not bring herself down to that level. Yeah, I agree with you, Lucretia. And I actually put out an audio where I call on Sylvia Blyden for saying, as somebody we don't build this credibility within the the political spectrum of the country. But the way it don't begin put himself, I'm very surprised. And the people are actually teasing her. Then they tease them for making vex, for making continue for you know angry. And when somebody angry, they can talk anything. So it just need for calm down and try for ignore some of these things, or else they destroy in repetition. I tell them. So after the election, I heard that Ibiki came out and take the blame and apologize. Yeah, he did. He took the blame and apologized. But that's not the issue here. When you take the blame for certain things and you apologize, we expect you for fix them. Fix it. Because if you not fix them, then the blame where you take is meaningless. The apology where you give is meaningless. I was expecting President Ibiki for fix this. It was supposed to fix them. But up till now, he either is not willing or unable to fix it. This is where the problem is. George, we can disagree on that, but I am strongly convinced that if NGC had the total number of votes they got from the north and western area, they got that number of votes in southeast. Trust me, SLPP will have lost that election. The second round was just an accomplishment of the outcome of the first result, as SLPP led the first round vote. That's not a good that's not a good example. I thank God where you bring that the second round. Okay, let's say for argument's sake, let's say NGC now in course we defeat at the first round. Well, the second round NGC not did it again. Why a lot of people that Nakambia, Pusloko, McKinney, Bambali, and all those Tonkolele, all those districts, they vote for SLPP. We then can number them. NGC not been there, they go to the second round. So that actually reaffirmed the argument why they put say, that's what NGC actually make we lost the election. Now we actually lost the election by we own whims and caprices. Now, I hope it's not the same thing the SLPP are doing to their party after accepting the apology they turn against Mada. I don't know. But I don't know, the SLPP now people the way they're very difficult to deal with, man. Hey, you know where they able to beat SLPP? Now people they see beyond who side SLPP they see. The way politics they today, you get forget people there, where we call generational thinkers. People there, where when you turn, you know what to make you turn. Somebody way able to foresee beyond what the opponent they see. Now then they able to win election in a modern society, politics. Abdul Bundu Conte. Abdul Bundu Conte says each action has an equal and opposing response. Alpha Khan must be challenged on every issue. Detractors like YKK, you mean KKY, okay, must stand down if they do have integrity and are not corrupt. Standing down will be in his litmus test so as to not distract the masses. Or he might be useful in edifying the people about Madabiu's flaws towards the people's state of affairs. KKY, I just the turn for you. I'm not saying a mistake, that's how you know. KKY played a significant role during the last election that enabled Madabiu to win. He simply did not endorse anyone during the second round. Okay. Mr. Abdul Conte, your statement caught because we only the platform, the system only take about, I think, 1,000 characters. So when you write, not make sure say if you reach the 1,000 characters, make a multiple. If you make multiple components, then if you make multiple components, then I will able to know the other side of the thing. Okay, you say because KKY not endorse anyone, so therefore now I make Madabio win. Okay, historical lesson. Do we put our success on somebody's or an opponent for endorsement? Is that the way we believe for win election? No. Any endorsement is a good thing. I don't want to minimize them. Endorsement is now a very, very good thing, right? But a political party like the APC party not for put their own successes for win election on somebody else endorsing them. Because what happened if that person is not endorsed, like what you talk so? We will always lose, not to so. But then we get a little bit of the problem why KKY not endorse anybody. We all know say KKY came into the SLPP originally. They be one for contest. They maltreat and they even pit. They spit na in mama in face na the SLPP headquarters. They humiliate them. They get for come out because he's not able. So that's the one side. We, when at the APC, we afraid KKY so much that we do everything possible for make sure say he not go succeed. Remember the dual citizenship, the two sim? The two sim. You know what to make the two sim come from that election day? Also for APC members then, where they run for parliamentary. The APC members then, where get dual citizenship, where been they run for parliamentary, now collateral damage. Also for them. It come for KKY. The two sim was actually introduced into the equation because of KKY. And we fought KKY so much, we're not been actually campaign against Madabio. Remember, if you get memory, you go no say yes, not true. We're not been the campaign against Madabio. We've been the campaign against KKY, a 3-year-old party. We afraid them left a 60-plus-year-old party where the biggest stress then get a strong a strong foundation. We were distracted for focusing on KKY when I just 3 months old at the time. Now, so KKY feel humiliated on both sides. He feel humiliated for the SLPP. Remember, KKY, the SLPP na party. He only left because of the humiliation where he got there. In Papa na in party that one day. In big brother when I for the Yumkela, he did it. Minister of Political Affairs. Still did it. Okay? So he refused for endorse them and he refused for endorse we. So he stood neutral. So if you can't blame him for not endorsing the APC, then we have a problem. We have a problem. Now we go to Momo Fawe. You people should be worried about letting Adebayo taking front seats in your party. Somebody who cannot even spell his own name is allowed to introduce mamikos, which you are all promoting. First of all, Mr. Momo Fawe may not ever promote anybody when they cause at the party. In fact, when this strategy begin coming into the party, I believe say Ajibujalo, the watch we ask Ajibujalo. Me, now one of the people that will not believe in that at all. In fact, I stood up and said, no, this cost not the help we, and they come back for come by twin. Some people they accuse me, oh, you man, you always pessimistic, you know, to even APC enough. Then say me not to APC enough because of certain stance the way they take. But every stand where I take, it end up for be the correct stand. Every single stand from where I join the APC party, everything where I talk, if na advice I advice they ignore them, it end up for be the correct advice. So when they say you, I want to pull myself out of down there because I was never a party to that from the very beginning. Now I begin oppose because I don't say not a good strategy for cost. So pull me out at that side. All right. Now we go to Musa Conte again. Alfred Conte said EBK connived with BU to get APC parliamentarians out of parliament yesterday on a show. What is your take on Alfred Adamans to see that his way or the highway? Okay. I give 5 more minutes on this topic. Now we go to the CRC document. Okay. Well, let me make 9 minutes. By 1:30, which is 2:30 Eastern time, I did stop this topic and go to the CRC because that's also very important. Alfred Conte. Musa, there's a time when you defend for what you believe in. Okay? Especially when it comes to politics, there's a time when you defend for what you believe in. But at the same time, there's a time when you get for no say, enough is enough. Not so? So, maybe no advice Alfred Conte saying, the fight where they fight is very important. Alfred Conte is not fighting for making him be chairman of the APC party. You don't need no position within the APC party. Alfred Conte, they fight for reforms in the APC party. And a lot of people, whether publicly or privately, they agree with him. Okay? Mr. Serra agree with him. They fight where they fight for reform the APC party. But there's a time when you know say yes, you don't do everything what you possibly can do for bring reformation. You don't make some changes and don't come in, thanks to RAM and the NRM and instead of NRM. Me no join no affiliate na the APC party. I not join no group. So, but he has to put this to rest now. Now we focus on bringing people them together. And I don't need no more I get for Alfred Conte. I not think say it is say either in your way or the highway. Because the last time I talked to him, he willing for make the decision come from the court. Now the court decision normally I wait for make we move on. And I hope say we all go move on. And for the benefit of the party. All right. Lucretia says, please try and bring the old politicians like Dr. Sama Banyam. Let's know more about the SLPP and APC. He has worked for both parties. Dr. Sama Banyam, I don't know, I think saying that man don't old too much now, you know. I've been a try to get hold of him, but he don't old to the extent that probably, I don't know if he go able for, can't tell you anything. A good for Brian Camp. George, please, Adebayo is not an APC member. He is an activist, as he claimed long time ago. He is Sierra Leonean and has rights to his opinion, to voice his opinion. We might not agree with him using derogatory language. And that is interesting. Yeah, I agree with you. Adebayo say, not to APC. I don't know if Adebayo register na whole and outside the end. I don't know. Okay? So, Lucretia, they are making Adebayo more popular by them listening and responding to him. The politicians and even the president and wife listening to him. Yeah, they did. Here is the funny thing. Sylvia Blyden. Sylvia Blyden. At one point in time, Adebayo na in king. Yeah. This Sylvia Blyden today, where they try for chastise Adebayo. Adebayo at one point in time na in king. Now in your newspaper awareness time, an entire page where it dedicates to Adebayo. What did happen? Waiting flip. Well, I know waiting flip actually. At the same thing where I've been warn them. Say, listen, guys. When you use forgive food to a leopard, every time you come, you can't get food for it. Okay. What happen when food not there? The time when food not there, you go be on the menu. I told them about that. Say, this is why I don't tolerate mamikos. Well, I was not brought up that way in the first place. Mamikos, now we don't family na a taboo. You know the cost, the public, let alone cost man. So I told them, I say, hey, be careful. When they feed the leopards, the time when you not get food, you will be on the menu. This is what is happening in the APC today. Okay? Why you for blame Adebayo? I don't think say we for blame Adebayo. People where they blame Adebayo, oh Adebayo, this, Adebayo. No. People were encouraging him to do their dirty work. And now when it turned against them, people then begin to talk all kind of bad things against them. I am not part of this stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that's not the part of the Alpha Khan saga. Okay, I hope say you now understand what are the type of talk about. And this broadcast get for day now YouTube and Facebook. After the 2023 election, no matter what's not the outcome, will they come back and review what I talk, and we are able to attest to that. So let's go to the white paper. All right. Let me just remove this right here. All right. The white paper. This is the white paper where President Dr. S.S. Bayer went to the convention in Bo. Okay, that's great. That's great. I've been a talk say if somebody gets a number for make it pass on to me, but I don't get a person where you're able to give me a number. I don't get a number. That's not a problem. Now let's come to the white paper of the Constitutional Review Committee where it been left. When I remember this was actually submitted to the APC government in 2017, right? So, but unfortunately, the APC government not been get the time for make them able for implement or even send a parliament for make them debate them and approve them. Okay, but we will go not to everything we're able to discuss today because of time, but we'll go some places them where I think say a very important. The first thing where I want for we discuss on this is, let me just do some search here. Let's go to Office of President. All right. Let's start with this first because it's very important, right? A lot of people that then get so many misinformation about this document and this that. We want for do the topics the way we think say they're very important than other topics. And this is now chapter 7, the executive. All right, the CRC recommendation was that the description of the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone as the supreme executive authority of the Republic be replaced by the words chief executive. Now remember, section 40 of the 1991 Constitution, it described the president as the supreme executive authority. Well, when you say a supreme authority, executive authority, people are taking this, especially leaders are taking this literally. Okay. You know, something way supreme. The only thing way supreme that this world and God, not so. When somebody, a human being, take that title, he begin to behave like God. So now the reason this way, the CRC says we need to change this because they give that impression to people and say they're supreme. They're not supreme. Being a president doesn't make you a supreme person. So, well, let's. So the one, the CRC one for make them change that description to be like chief executive instead of supreme executive authority. Now let's look at what in Madabio in government respond to this. He say government notes this recommendation but believes that replacing the title Supreme Executive Authority with Chief Executive is a puerile attempt at undermining the constitutional authority of the president. Therefore, government retains Section 41 of the 1991 Constitution. Then deny them. Then say, no. Now, a very good title. If we change them, that means we don't undermine the authority of the president. When I see the mentality of politician, right? Because when you call the president a supreme executive authority, it makes him a godlike person. So if you change him, you don't undermine your authority. Might be your government say no. We want the way it is so. Okay? That's not the first thing. On the same stuff, there's another recommendation where the CRC said, that is Section 40, subsection 4, that the function of the president contained in Section 40, subsection 4, be amended to include the following: to ensure that laws are executed, to veto disagreeable legislation, to present the state of the nation in an address to Parliament, to manage and regulate disaster and other states of emergency. So the CRC want for make them add some of them things and they amend them for make it show exactly them laws are executed correctly. The president go able to veto disagreeable. So now we look at the Madabio in government response. He say government notes this recommendation but believes that they already form part of the functions of the president in 1990. So I agree with them on this. There's no need again for them at all. So I agree with the government on that. Now let's come to the qualification of president. That is Section 41 of the Constitution. So the CRC recommend, say, the current qualification for election as president be retained on Section 1. Okay? When I want for make we go to that for now read. So the CRC said they can retain them qualification and them. Now let's go to the Constitution on section 41. Let me see if I were able to go there quickly. This is not the Constitution in 90. This is the 1991 Constitution. Let me see. 41, 45. Okay. Okay, 41. All right, this is the qualification where the ones for make them retain. Okay, it says no person shall be qualified for election as president unless he A is a citizen of Sierra Leone, B is a member of a political party, C has attained the age of 40 years, and D is otherwise qualified to be elected as a member of parliament. Now let's go back to the CRC recommendation and read the response of the government. All right, here is the thing. The government's response is, government know this recommendation, but is of the opinion that the word only, let me just highlight it here so that you see it. See it here? Only should be inserted in paragraph A between citizen and of. To read like this is a citizen only of Sierra Leone. Let's go to the constitution and try for understand what they try for talk about. Then they talk about this. This part A is a citizen of Sierra Leone. When you look at this this statement, it vague, not so it gets a loophole. And this now one of the things when I are ready for when I ready for run for president, I like to go turn on me do a citizenship. This don't already give me the qualification for make a run for president. He say it's a citizen of Sierra. I'm a citizen of Sierra, right? But the one for make they add the word between citizen and of. So it should read it's a citizen only of Sierra Leone. And what to make them say so? Now we go back to the CRC for make we find out why they want for make the add only. Now let me read it. Let me read it again. Government note this recommendation, but is of the opinion that the word only should be inserted in paragraph A between citizen and of. To read is a citizen only of Sierra Leone. Why? Then saying to prevent holders of dual or multiple citizenship from contesting the presidency. Aha! Do you guys understand, right? This is the government where they tell you, say, oh yeah, we understand the dual citizens then get grateful for playing us, so it is unfair. Remember, Madam you go to England, they go talk say, oh yeah, I agree with you now. We are supposed to run for positions now that country there. But now, in government say, therefore even ban the dual citizens then for run. It say because you don't want dual citizens or multiple citizenship from contesting the presidency. In addition, government proposed to amend section 41D to read, he is a person otherwise qualified to be elected a member of parliament, except that the disqualification set out in paragraph B and H of section 76 of the Constitution shall not be applicable to this section. You understand? Madabio, when he go again at the diaspora, he talk good about the diaspora. When he didn't as alone, na different person. Hypocrite. That's hypocrite. Okay. A lot of people them they talk about oh, you know what? They want for make the election of president. Okay? Let's talk about the election of a president. The CRC recommends say the presidential, parliamentary, and local government election be held on the same day. And the government accept this recommendation. Okay? And the CRC also recommend that a fixed date for inauguration of an elected president should be specified in the Constitution so that there will be no vacuum of power. This is going to be a new section, where they call section 43C. The government also accept this. And then go further for say, government believes that the 55, the CRC not talk about the threshold where they make somebody win, when are the 55%. Okay? Not really talk, then just talk about all them three offices here or groups here, then for elect them the same day, and therefore put a fixed inauguration date. The government accepted, but the government also inserted another clause where they want for make their ad. What's in this clause? Then saying the government believes that the 55% threshold set for a presidential candidate to be elected has resulted in unnecessary second election with great cost to the economy, peace, and security of the nation. Government proposes that a threshold of more than 50% of the valid vote card should suffice for a candidate to be elected president. Therefore, Section 42, subsection 2 should be amended accordingly. So, Mother Bio wants now for make them reduce, instead of 55 the first round, 55%, they want for make them reduce around 50 plus 1. 50 plus 1%. And the reason why they give them say because economic problem. Well, I don't think say it actually solve the economic problem. It not solve the economic problem. Why? The reason why to make um the people the parties or the candidate are not able to get the 55% because of multiple parties. So if we get like 15 parties, I think 11 parties the last election, also, so I think about 11 or so. I don't know how many parties, but multiple parties. So even we add this, it no go what them call, they still end up for go a second round. Because what happen if no party able for bring 50%? Let's say the highest party now 49%, the other one 48, and the other one, So it not solve the economic problem where Madabio they try for proclaim. If not only a two-party system like the United States of America, then this is necessary. But Madabio is betting on the fact that he, in the coming election, may probably get 50% of the vote. So that they able to help and forget the 1% push up. This is his bet. That make he recommend this. Well, let's see. Because the problem with just thinking about yourself is when you create a constitution, it is not much about yourself. It's about after you. Now they see the effect of that constitution, what you put. All right. So there's another part where I want for make we discuss very carefully. We get for do with somebody we not in a political party. For example, a vice president. I remember the sacking of Sam Sumana, right? I don't know if I go able to get an quickly. Okay, right here. I think it's right here. Okay, let's start with the. We can just read that because of time. Okay, we'll still get about 20 minutes to go. All right, the vice president. Waiting the CRC recommend. The CRC recommends saying a new section be added to provide that loss of party membership shall not nullify from office a sitting president or a vice president, but that following such event, the impeachment process in section 51 shall ensue. Subsection 54, section 54, subsection 8. What does that mean? This you get the historical background. We all know this, the history, right? After the APC party expelled the then vice president, winner Sam Sumana, the constitution, section 51 of the constitution, let's read it. Let's read it. I think we'll be able to read that quickly because I get the constitution at 51. Let's go to 51. 51. Okay. All right, let's read 51 at the constitution. This is not the constitution, not to the white where them come. Misconduct by president. If notice in writing given to the speaker signed by this is the misconduct of a president. I think somewhere in 51. I think that's got to do with that. Okay. So, but okay, let me just explain that so that we all understand. What in section 51 been try to talk about is In order for you to qualify for run for parliamentary presidential election, you get for belong to a political party, right? A political party. That is um, the section na the Constitution 51. That's what it say. Okay, this is a vague one of the loopholes. Them. So what happened when there was a disagreement between the APC party and the vice president, and um, um, the APC party expelled Sam Sumana. President Ernest Bai Koroma fired Sam Sumana, and waiting that they reference the waiting and the authority, section 51. Okay, section 51. No, okay, I think it's actually 58. Let's go to 58. Probably now we able to read down 56, 50, 56, 57. Let's go to 56. Okay, not to him. All right. All right, but what is the time for talk about? They actually referenced the lawyers at the time. I think that JFK we being represent the government now the Supreme Court. They argue saying, well, the the clause will say in order for you for run for qualify for run for position president and parliamentary position na salon you get for belong to a political party. So therefore, it also retroactively continue and say that clause they still continue even if they don't elect you by the people, you still supposed to be a member of a political party in order for you to continue for qualify for be president. It was a mess anyway. Everybody be know say that was just baloney, not also the constitution. So waiting the CRC for resolve that problem there because the Supreme Court come and agree with President Ernest Bai Koroma. So everybody, even the Supreme judges there, they know say it's not correct. So now they want for make then clean up the mess. So they recommend to Justice Cohen for say, okay, you know what, that will clean up a mess through this white paper. So now that make them give the recommendation say a new section be added to provide that loss of party membership shall not nullify from office a sitting president or a vice president, but that follows such event, the impeachment procedure in section 51 shall ensue. Well, rather you accept that. You accept that, right? Accept this. For saying, yeah, I agree. The president not supposed to just fire in vice president because that vice president in party expel him. I give kudos to President Bio for that. I give kudos to that. So another thing, way very important way I want for talk to Una about before we end up this is during the time when Justice Cohen and in team been prepare this document, a group of Sierra Leoneans then at the diaspora, including me, lobbied una dey hear me now?